Welcome back to Somora Stories. Today, we set sail into one of the greatest maritime mysteries in history, a ship found drifting in the Atlantic with no crew on board. This is the story of the Mary Celeste. On December 5, 1872, a British ship called the De Gratia spotted a vessel drifting dangerously off course near the Azores Islands. The ship was the Mary Celeste, a three-masted schooner fully rigged and equipped with all the sails and equipment needed to stay afloat at sea. But something was wrong. The Mary Celeste should have been anchored in a harbor preparing to unload her cargo of industrial alcohol and wine. Instead, she was found unmanned and adrift. When Captain Thomas Nickerson of the De Gratia approached the schooner and peered over the railing, he saw that everything appeared to be in order. The ship was fully seaworthy. Her cargo was untouched. The crew's belongings were still there. But the captain, his wife, their 7-year-old daughter and 7 sailors had vanished. Investigators would find some eerie clues as to what may have happened. The ship's lifeboat was missing. And when they checked the last log entry, it gave no hint of danger. There were no signs of struggle or violence, no cries for help, no life jackets. It was as if everyone simply walked off the ship into the sea. What could have caused the entire crew of a ship to abandon vessel without a single sign of panic? Theories have swirled around the mystery of the Mary Celeste for over a century, but none can claim the full truth. Some believe a sudden storm or rogue wave struck the ship, causing the crew to flee to the lifeboat for safety. But the weather reports of the time tell a different tale. Storms were common in the region, but nothing out of the ordinary was recorded in the days before or after the Mary Celeste disappearance. Others point to the ship's cargo of 30 barrels of industrial alcohol and suggest that an overzealous sailor may have brought a lantern into the hold to inspect the cargo. Industrial alcohol produces a dangerous amount of vapor, and a spark could have caused an explosion that terrified the crew into abandoning ship. But this also doesn't explain why the crew didn't wait for the ship to reach calmer waters before attempting to flee in a lifeboat. Still others believe pirates may have attacked the ship, stealing the crew away for their ransom. But the pirates would have known the value of the cargo and surely would not have left it behind. Then there are those who point to more fantastical causes for the crew's disappearance, a sea monster or some other paranormal force. Legend has it that the crew encountered a giant squid or even the legendary kraken, a massive sea monster said to dwell off the coast of Norway. But these are just legends. More recently, aliens have been suggested as a possible cause for the crew's disappearance. Proponents of this theory point out that the ship was found in an area frequented by UFO watchers and that the timing of the crew's disappearance coincided with increased UFO sightings around the world. However, there is no real evidence to support this theory. But what do you think happened aboard the Mary Celeste? Did the crew fall victim to a tragic accident, or were they taken by some sinister force? Perhaps we will never know the truth behind the disappearance of the Mary Celeste. The ship itself drifted for days before it was finally spotted by Captain Benjamin Briggs of the De Gratia. It was towed to port and a full investigation was launched, but the mystery only deepened as time went on. No trace of the missing crew was ever found, and no one could say for sure what had happened to them. The Mary Celeste has become one of the most famous ghost ships in maritime history. Her story has inspired books, films, and TV shows, and her legend continues to capture the imagination of sailors and storytellers alike. So, what do you think happened aboard the Mary Celeste? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Somora Stories for more mysteries, legends, and chilling tales from the deep. Thanks for listening. I've been your host. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show. And be sure to tune in next time for more terrifying tales from the dark side of the ocean. Until then, keep an eye out for strange lights on the horizon and remember, some things are best left undiscovered.